is the Motovation Podcast, hosted by Laurie Joy Kingwell and Krissy Vann. That's me. And we're taking you on a little off-roading.
And every single week, we're going to be joined by our dope friend, Richelle from True Grit Moto.
Woo! Hey, I floss.
And every week, we are going to ask each other stupid questions, and we're going to answer them. And why, you may ask? Because we can. All right, this is your Motovation
Off-road edition.
We're
All right,
winging
cue
it today,
jingle
right?
bells.
Okay, can I just make a point here? Can I just make a note out? Can I make a congratulations to you guys? 6,000 podcast downloads?
To all of us.
6,000.
I know.
Like,
somebody
what?
actually listened to some
6,000
episodes.
people. I'm blown
Well, it
away.
means that
6,000
some of them could be
episodes.
yes.
6,000 episodes that
Have
they've
been
downloaded.
played.
So it's not
Yes.
6,000 people.
We've had people
But
come
still.
back, which I think is
6,000
actually
times.
Yeah.
which is actually better in my mind. It
One
doesn't mean
day-
6,000
one day it
people
will
came
be
and then left. They
6,000.
were like, "We'll be back."
Yeah. Podcasts are a
Well,
slow
you-
burn unless it's like, and not for everyone. There's always like that, whatchamacallit, like you always have the exception to the rule, right? When they're like, I had 2 listeners and within 2 years I had 150,000, right? But for the most part, most people just bail because that's just it. They're like, oh, I only have this many listeners. Why bother? And you're like, if 2 people are getting something out of this, we're going to keep going. And so far,
1,000%.
those 2 people have been Krissy and you, because we get so much out of it that I'm like, we could have no listeners and
I'd
we would
still do
still
it.
do this.
Yes.
So that's like the
Still do
great
it.
part is like every new person that comes in and joins and sticks with it and is like so on board is a bonus. And it's just like fantastical.
It's
Yeah.
cool. I just am so
Thanks,
that's just
Lovey.
so cool. So
Thank
just thought
you.
I'd say it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, that's where I'm like, we do no marketing and minimal, like it's like social posts here and there. And yeah,
It's amazing.
people find us.
But it's
So-
growing. And that's what's so cool is you just see the like number of like continuous listeners, just like ding, 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 ding going up. And that's all you really need to focus on when you feel like those moments of like, should we? But again, at the end of the day, it hasn't been too many moments. I don't even know if
Same.
I've had a moment like that,
Right.
actually. But I come to think about it, I'm like, no, I don't even know if I've had that. Like, should we keep? I'm like, I can't wait.
I know.
What's
So
next?
fun. So
Right?
fun.
So, okay, this is a good Christmas one because it has to do with skiing and snowboarding. Do both of you guys ski or snowboard?
No.
No, not even tried it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what is your experience with the T-bar?
Mm.
Have you ever done the T-bar?
Oh, I've done it one time I've only skied twice.
What?
And one time, yeah. And here's the ironic part. I don't know if it's irony as much as just ridiculousness of like, one is at Table Mountain, which is ironic in itself because we don't have any mountains in Saskatchewan. It's just a really intense hill. And so we have Table Mountain in Saskatchewan that I did when I was 16.
Mhm.
And I did not bad, but obviously it's a Saskatchewan hill, so it's doable. And
Was it skiing
then-
or snowboarding? Were
Skiing.
you-
I
okay.
tried snowboarding once. It was terrible. I was just like, everything hurt. I just kept smashing myself around. And I was like, if I'm not doing this more than once, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is just self-mutilation for suffering for no problem. No problem. I can't even think this
Suffering
morning.
for no problem.
reason. For no
all the
reason.
shits. Give me all the
So
shits.
the second time I went skiing was in Aspen. So get that,
What?
Table Mountain and then Aspen. And it was a friend's wedding. And they were like, do you want to go? And I was
Unreal.
like, you know what? I did
We're in
pretty
Aspen.
okay and then B. So I feel like I'm ready for Aspen. So I had everyone's random clothing as well because I didn't have any real winter stuff outside of the stuff you'd
It's
walk
an
around with.
investment too.
Yeah, like I had a leather
Totally.
belt holding on an extra large pair of dude ski pants on. And I looked like this
Hot.
really intense snowboarder on skis because I was all these baggy clothing. And I go and everybody, obviously this wedding's happening in Aspen because her family and everybody is like avid skiers. One of the bridesmaids as well was a ski instructor, which helped, but they took me up to where I had no business in being. I had no business in being. And they're trying to give me this lesson. And all I did was ski plow. I think that's what it's called, or snow plow. The pizza.
Yeah.
And my legs, till I got, because it was so steep. And I just kept thinking, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And I would just.
So tall.
Oh, I would get to the bottom half and my legs and everything would be burning. And I would just lay for like 5 minutes and then get up and snowplow the next little, steep part. And the worst was that they wouldn't just leave me be and die alone in this.
Oh.
They were all like, we're not, they were good friends in the context. They were like, we're not going to leave you. And I was like, this makes it worse.
Leave me here.
Because they're all... Leave me, save yourselves. They're all like talented skiers. It took me a half an hour to get down this run. And I just was like, you go, I'm going back to the hotel. And so that was the last time I did it. I would love to do it again. I really would.
Would you?
Yeah, but I want to do it. I want to do like NB style. I want to do a very doable hill that I can have fun with and only fall a couple times. I don't want to do an Aspen mountain. So I feel like Cyprus is the place to go.
When you did the T-bar, how did it go?
Sorry. Missed the whole question. Very tricky. Didn't go well. Fell a lot. Went back to the main chaired area. At one point I had to take a break and I just sat in the snow and his people on the other T-bar went past and then had to give it a good run, which is really hard because you're already on a steep incline trying to get back on the T-bar.
Yep. And you can't pull
and you're holding everyone up.
You're holding everyone up.
Yeah.
Because you have to get, if I remember correctly, you have to get your legs like on one side and your other leg on the other side.
Gotta ride
it's a strategy.
It's a full thing. I never really understood it. I still, to this day, I'm like, I don't understand. There's no way. It like dragged me up. Yeah. Like, okay, now pull really tight on it. Pull. And I was just like one leg, just like, take me away.
Yeah. Why don't they have like a U-shaped bar that you just stand and it catches you around the waist and just pushes you up?
Or just no strategy involved. Just let me just go with it. Like there shouldn't be any science to it. I'm already in pain from the day.
That's exactly. It's a painful experience. I don't have a wealth of ski experience because similar to Laurie, didn't have mountains that we were skiing on where I lived. And so then when I moved into BC, I was in for a shock. And quite literally, I like landed here and I left for a work trip a week later to cover Panorama Mountain. And I remember that's when I realized I really couldn't ski because we were going to do a story about the weather station at the top of the mountain. And they're like, we just need to ski up over here. And it was actual proper lifts to get to the top. Like as soon as they're like, and then we just got to ski over to lift number 2. And I remember being like, okay, cool. And then I went, but I had no ways to stop. So I just had an epic crash, where the ice just like scrapes your face and you're like, this is fun. And so they actually had to bring a snowmobile and snowmobile me up. But that aside, that was my first foray when I realized I was like, maybe I should take a lesson. So I ended up doing a lot of, to preface this, I work for Weather Network. So the connection of ski hills was very intricate. So I ended up doing a lot of stories at ski hills. And so I did do some green lessons, but the T-bar in particular, I was doing a thing at Manning and I that's like my last T-bar memory. And it's very recent. And that's where I was like, these are problematic because I remember them being tricky as a kid, but as an adult, like, I don't think my shoulder's still in its socket. Like, it didn't actually exit the socket, but that's what it felt like the entire time. It is like some sort of weird torture device. Like, I think in a sexual setting, somebody might be into it. Like, it is just...
Like, what were they thinking?
It's so bad.
Who made that?
I think it must have been old school. And then when they upgraded, they're like, and found like the actual chairlift. And they're like, oh gosh, yeah, that works a lot better. And they're like, we should do that for everything. We're like, can't afford it. They'll be fine.
Right? Yeah. And they're like, don't do it for the beginners. If we had to learn that way, everyone has to learn that way.
Isn't that nuts? Is the T-bar is on the beginner's slope. It's for the newbies. And you're already
is it? I didn't know that.
Failing.
Maybe they don't want people to embrace the sport. They're like, this is how we weed them out.
The T-bar is in a different spot. The T-bar in North Battleford is like, it's just on a far side of hills that you go on. But
interesting.
What's on the beginner's side? Is it a carpet or you just gotta walk it?
I can't remember. I don't think I ever was smart enough to actually take lessons and begin. I was always that one that was like, you know what? Give me a push and let's see how this goes.
Okay, we should all take a green level lesson because normally, like, so I only
that would be fun and
just
funny.
recently graduated to do green runs solo, which I had that I'm gonna die Aspen feeling on, quite honestly. I did it on Mount Washington. I was visiting a friend who was working and I was like, I'm gonna do the ski hill today. And I remember being on the lift being like, oh my God, this is really high. I forgot these are mountains, but it was really, really an enjoyable experience. But the only way I would do it each season, because I don't ski enough, is to always do a beginner's lesson regardless. Because it is true, like out here, it's very easy to like go the wrong way and feel like you're going to fall off a mountain. Like that seems like a realistic situation.
It is real,
terrifying.
and it does happen to people. And you know what? I don't like anything to do with the beginner options. I don't like the beginner hills. I don't like the T-bar. I like to go straight to the green that is up into the mountains, that's, you know, coinciding with the blues. And I just want to, because it's less ridden, maybe. I think it's like less icy to me.
Less congested. For me, I have no control when I first start. So I'm like, out of the way, I'm new.
Right. Yeah. And you're like, people are like hitting each other. It's like a bad car accident on level 1. You're just like, clean up in aisle 1.
Can we plan to do this in February?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Because I wanted to do it last year. Because I had fun. I remember really, really liking it. It's an expensive sport, and we already do an exceptionally expensive hobby sport with our bikes. So I don't know if I could ever become a skier in the winter necessarily, but it was really fun on the doable hills.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get sponsored by Whistler or something. Hey, Whistler,
sure, they're looking for folks like us.
Hey guys, we're just here to promote your mountain.
We're pretty great.
We're pretty great.
6,000 listens in 2 years.
It's better than 0 lessons.
You need us.
You need us. Okay.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level?
Get these 30 people that are gonna.
They're like, don't you promote motorcycling?
Yeah, and
promote
we can
movement
also for the summer.
Yeah.
Oh
All
God,
right,
yeah.
Laurie.
Oh, okay. Are you? 2 questions. 2 for.
Oh shit.
Are you tough to buy for? And who for you is the toughest to buy for?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say you go.
I'm definitely tough to buy for because Gav's, my husband, for sure is listening, being like, So this correlates to an episode that we'll probably have run by the time
we will have
this happens. Yes. So like, I love experiences, but you know, there's people that love you that love to give you gifts. Like my mom's like that as well. And my husband loves shopping. So he definitely loves getting gifts because he just loves shopping. But like for me, it doesn't matter who gets me something. I feel guilty that they've spent money. Like, and especially like when it's something like the gesture is nice, but then I'm like, oh, like I also wish you hadn't, you know? So I have a really unimpressed face, which I feel bad because I'm just like I'm trying to give them what they really hoped out of the interaction, but inside I'm like, I'd much rather have like gone for a stroll together and gotten hot chocolate, you know? So, and I also don't like giving a list. Like my mom she actually just was on the phone with me the other day and she's like, the elves are getting ready. Like maybe they want a list. And it's so sweet and kind, but I'm like, we've discussed this. Like we just had a lovely visit together. Let's do some nice dinners next time we see each other, you know? So I am the worst actually, because I get for them, it's coming from such a deep rooted, lovely place. And I am very bad at accepting that place.
Good to know. Noted.
Never getting you anything ever. What about you, Richelle? Are you hard to buy for?
No, I'm totally easy to buy for. I think that a lot of people feel like maybe I'm hard to buy for, but then when they get me something, I'm just so happy to have gotten anything. However, I will try and return it if I don't like it.
However, it will be going back.
That was a hard laugh. I was like, oh, and then I felt guilty for being such an asshole. And then that happened. I'm like, there it is.
I thought Richelle was going to be like, and then I return the favor. But then she's like, and then I return it.
And I asked for the
gift card or store credit, bitches.
Hey, where'd you get this? I absolutely love it. I got to go back and get a second. I totally love this. And then I'll go back and be like, God, this store sucks.
What were they thinking? Getting shit from here.
I've gotten so many good gifts from people, but there was like this one. I have this video of my grandmother. My grandma used to take videos of us for Christmas, and I'm so little. And in this video, I come out and I'm in like a snowsuit, and I come out and I'm like, I look like an elephant, and I'm just like, I hate it. This is girl stuff. Like I just did not. Like back in the day, I absolutely did not hide if I liked it or not. But now I'm just so appreciative that somebody like got me something. I have a hard time being totally honest about it. That I'll just be like, oh, that's so nice. And then absolutely return it if I don't like it. So, and who's hard to buy for? Oh my God. Like people that you feel like already have it all. You know what I mean? Like a parent or a grandparent, or you're just like, what do I get you? Like, I guess like a 6-pack of smokes or what, a lottery ticket, a card, 20
Give
bucks.
the gift of the chimney for the face.
You know what I always do? I always take like a nice picture of myself and then put it in a frame. And I'm like, they're going to love that.
Oh, see, that's the type of gift that I would be like, yes.
What a beautifully narcissistic present. I love it.
So narcissistic.
Love
it's crazy. I'm just like, this will be great.
But you're probably not wrong. They probably absolutely are like, oh my God, I wanted an updated, especially if it's like family, right? Wanted an updated.
And then I go there like the next year and it's like still in the wrapping paper, like in the corner. I'm like, fuck. Well, this year's gift's going to suck.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Can't go out now and get something different. For me, I am, and it gets worse as I get older. I'm really hard to buy for because I very particular on what I like, and I only get more particular as I get older. And so, yeah, and it's like, so it's very tricky, I think, for people to like get something, and they'll get it in the umbrella of what I like. But the thing of it is that if I'm never going to wear it or never going to use it, I'm like, I will not pick this over the stuff I already have. So then I'm like, just like in my brain, I'm like, nope. And
does your face say the same thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were talking about this in this past episode too. I'm not that great at, I'm not going to look like, oh my gosh, but I definitely have the look of like, well, I totally appreciate the time and effort. And I can absolutely see what, you loved about it, but I do not think I will get the use that would need to be to like justify.
It's like faking an orgasm. Like, if I'm not going to fake an orgasm, I'm not going to fake a love of the gift. Like, when it comes to sex, you're not going to be like, really appreciated the effort.
It's hard.
But like, sorry, your face is going to be like, but it just didn't land.
I hate it. Watching out for that.
Although, guys,
we're like, Krissy pulled a fakie here. I know it. I can see it in her fucking eyeballs. Here we go.
Like when people get me things that are like, that move you forward as a human, that I really like. Krissy got me this sunrise gratitude journal last Christmas. I use it every day. I may forget like the odd day, but it's also the gift that keeps on giving, because it's not like it's like just for 2002 or 22. I get to just like start from the beginning this coming year. So much so I actually ordered the workbook around it. They have like a workbook coming out.
Wow.
So that was like, when I get stuff like that, I'm like,
you nailed that.
Oh, I love that shit.
So
Krissy, how good does that feel?
It's funny because like I don't normally, and that's the thing. I don't normally buy
she's
things
trying to fake an orgasm. She's trying.
I know.
No, but like it's funny because I don't normally buy things for people unless I'm like we talked about this in the episode too, that I'll never just buy something for the sake of I feel I need to buy something. It's like if I pass something. So it's funny because I have this is a good ad for this book, Moonlight Gratitude, the nighttime version.
Oh my God.
This does exist.
That one's on order.
I feel so left out. What the fuck? What are these things?
We know what we're getting.
It's literally like a little gratitude book. So every day there's just like, it's like almost meditative. Some it's like a little anecdote story or what have you. But anyways, so my thought process is when I'll never just buy something for the sake of buying something. Like I'd rather just, my thing is words of affirmation. I'll probably tell you exactly how I feel about you first before. Yeah. But then if I see something, then I'm like, oh, that resonates. I would do that like on a random Thursday in August kind of thing, you know?
Love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right. Which holiday movie character would you be and why?
Elf, 100%. Because like
Elf, like what's his nuts?
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I love candy. Love to smash candy together. I love
True.
maple
You
syrup.
love candy.
I could drink maple syrup. I have drank maple syrup when it's left over at a restaurant.
Really?
Meal. Oh, I love it.
Oh my God.
Like Jemima or pure? Or are you not a purist?
Pure, if I can.
Pure.
Not pure, but I mean like the thicker the better. I love it. I like to be whimsical. I like to sing randomly, make up songs.
Oh my God, you are Elf.
So I feel like, that would be.
The only thing you're missing are the yellow tights, and you probably own those.
Leggings.
It's perfect.
I do. So I feel like Elf.
That's such an accurate, like if this was one of those things where it did one of the personality calculators and showed you your character, bang on. Love it. Richelle.
You would be Elf. And I love that for you. It's such a vision. I hope that one day we actually get to see you as Elf. Yeah. And we should all dress up as these characters.
Okay, wait. So not to cut you off there, which I totally did, but
I'm cool with it.
For work, I'm planning actually on getting an Elf costume. So I have this whole concept where basically Elf is going to be training for the Elf run. So I'm setting it up with a personal trainer where he goes in for his nutrition assessment. And like, I have a trainer that's like, what's your diet like? And I'll be like, I stick to the 4 main food groups, like, and basically like chopping up the scenes. But then the Elf run is on December 10th and you dress up like elves. They have as little as a 1K. And I think it would be hilarious.
December 10th, you say?
It's a run.
It's a run, but like there's literally a 1K, a 3K, and it's a very attainable if you're not a runner. I'm not a runner. But I do think it would be quite hilarious to run with a bunch of people dressed like elves. So just throwing it out there if you want to dress up like idiots.
So long as it's not running. So long as it's not running.
So long as this run is not running.
As long as we are not running.
As long as we're not running, Laurie, I'm in.
I love you.
I'm in. Down to cloud. I meant to say as long as it's not raining. There you go. I love how just haywire my brain is this morning. It's just missing some synopses.
I just can't with you.
Umbrellas, but yes. Richelle, sorry, your character.
Yeah, I would be I would absolutely probably be like a character from Charlie Brown Christmas. I think
I'd love that movie.
Yeah, I'd be either Frida, or I would be Charlie Brown. But I absolutely love Snoopy. Yes. I love Snoopy. He's got the vibe. He does his dance.
Oh, 1,000%. He like lifts everybody up.
Snoopy. Yeah, I'd be Snoopy.
Oh my God, this is accurate for you too. This is fun.
This is fun.
Because they're so dead on. Yeah.
Right? I'm like, yes. I would be Cindy Lou Who.
Yes, you would be.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like when people are like, where are you Christmas? Why can't I find you? I would just be really learning about the meaning of Christmas and helping others understand. Help the Grinch come out and be like, you shouldn't be alone over there, sir. just because you're green and a little angry. It's okay.
You kind of look like Cindy Lou. I'm not gonna lie.
Right now.
Last year, it was like, what land would you like to live in? Remember, mine was Whoville. If I could go live in Whoville, and we were saying that, and this makes sense why I hang out with you so much.
Does make so much sense.
Of Whoville.
You are totally Cindy Lou. I totally see it. And Laurie, you also look like Will Ferrell. It's incredible.
Wait till my shirt's off. I have the same, like,
just don't do it in that dream I had that will have 0 point of reference because we didn't record that conversation.
We did not, but Krissy was topless and she did get arrested, everybody. It's real.
Lita's had my back.
Lita's had the back.
Rebellion.
Right?
That was it.
In short.
Oh my God.
Okay. That was a great one.
Okay. Richelle's next.
Yeah, my turn. Oh man, Christmas. Christmas is such a vibe, you know. What if you could, okay, I'm gonna do like a double up. Okay.
All right.
If you could either choose to hang out with your family, okay, for Christmas, and it was like not the best weather, but you still had the family vibe, or would you go on your favorite vacation, all expenses paid?
Okay, this is easy for me because I haven't seen my family at Christmas for 7 years because they all live where there's bad weather. So clearly I've chosen to be like, nah, I'm good. And I'm cheap. And I'm like, paying for a flight that expensive prior to the holidays. I'm just like, when I could spend way less a couple weeks later. So yeah, I haven't spent Christmas with my family in 7 years.
Wow. So you do family. Love it.
I do vacation.
Oh.
I mean, what's another year?
What I'm saying is I've gotten used to it and I'm fine.
I love my family,
tickets.
but like, what's wrong with the other 364,
Did not see that coming. Oh my God. That got me. Wow. I did not. I really thought you were I was like heartfelt with that. And I was like,
I love that for you.
I'd totally do family too. And you're like, no, I'd fucking go on vacation, bitch. Stop. Where are we going?
Where are we going? Anywhere you want, bitch.
Wow.
So I would love to say the family part. Like I would love in my heart to think like that's where I go. But then you said an all expensive paid to like my dream vacation.
Dream.
And realistically, if someone came to me and said, here's your tickets to Saskatchewan, it's likely going to be minus 32. You know, like you're going to have some like awesome family fun. There's also going to be a lot of moments that, you're just going to be like, I need to get home. I'm done with this, but it's also great. You do love it and it's worth it. Or here's your dream vacation, all expenses paid. Am I really going to reach out for that ticket to Saskatchewan? I don't think I would. I think I'm going to say, I'm going to head there.
Come on with
once
me
I'm back once I'm back into Canada, I'm going to, double down and take 3 weeks in Saskatchewan just to really
make up for the fact that I missed it.
No, realistically, I would absolutely go on the vacation. If it was just like, hey, would you go on vacation or would you go to Saskatchewan? I'm paying. It'll be pretty good vacation, blah, blah. For sure, Saskatchewan, I would go to. But your dream vacation, all expenses paid? See ya!
Well, I'll see you guys all there because I'd absolutely go on a vacation as well.
Yes! See?
Oh, I hope our families are listening to this and they're like, these fucking people.
If there's one thing that has been proven in my life in 7 years, that friends become family. I have had a lot of the term I'm not super agreeable to because I know there's people that have lost both their parents, but they call it like an orphan Christmas or an orphan holiday. But anyone that I've ever been to has been really powerful. Like I talked about it on the podcast before, but I went to a Thanksgiving one. And I literally only knew one girl, and there was probably about 20 something of us, and it was in the Comox Valley. And like people cried at the table because it was just beautiful. Like we went around the whole table saying what we were thankful for. And it was just like the energy was so loving with strangers that just made it like next level good. So yeah. And like it's kind of what you make out of those experiences. But I've missed a ton of Christmases because it's like I worked on cruise ships for several years and like
yeah, we lived away. So we made the same thing. Like it's hard. That day is hard. Like the actual holiday day, you're like, I really miss them sort of thing. But that said, again, you have whoever your community is, whatever city you live in or wherever you are, you have that day with them usually too. So it does fill your spirit all the same way. But I can't wait to go on this trip.
Right. Although we do like a little baby one, but it's wintry. But the last couple of years we've done Christmas off grid. No electricity, oil lamps, make mulled wine on a wood stove, Ella Fitzgerald, like.
Oh my God, you guys.
I've created my own tradition.
So sick. You're so cute.
Right.
You guys are so seriously. If nobody knows Krissy and Gav, their Instagram is popping off with the most beautiful little vacations. Must follow because it's dreamy and I love you guys.
It's a great way to put it.
Well, and like the nice thing is like most of those things are very economical. Like we're big on the like summer. I'm like, if I can live in a tent, I use that shit to the very end. I'm very frugal.
It does seem like you guys do these trips that don't cost huge amounts of money. Like they're very attainable for any one person, which is quite cool.
Low cost, high impact. Because to me, I'm like, I just want to be near water or trees. That's all I care about. And then you come back after even 2 nights and I'm like, I feel like a rejuvenated human. It reminds me every time what matters because it's very easy to get caught up. And then I'm just like, no, like look around. This is the simplicity that fuels your soul. This is what matters. And then I fucking love it.
Love that. Beautiful.
I'm a little more on the electricity side of things for sure. But I have deep appreciation. I do love a good tent.
Yeah.
All right, kids. What is your
Oh my God.
Okay, tell me more.
What is your crappy creaker gift?
Tell me, Sandy.
What Christmas movie do you or could you watch every single year?
What's the one? Oh, no, I don't even remember the freaking name of it. Where it's Christmas and they get the Christmas tree and the shitter's broken.
Oh, that's the Griswolds, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Love that one. Yeah. It escaped me because I was so on Laurie's mind. National Lampoons. I'd watch it all the time. Makes me laugh. Kills me.
Isn't that a great one?
The intro is so good.
Did you say grape?
Is that a grape one? I think I did. I think I said. Honestly, I think it might.
You said grape. It is a grape one. You're right.
So we started watching Christmas movies like pretty much after Remembrance Day, and then we do it in waves. So we'll watch like the debauchery rom-commy situations through November and then get into classics like National Lampoons and stuff in December.
Yeah.
That being said, I really enjoy this phase of just like stupid fucking movies. And there's one, so I do like Harold and Kumar's 3D Christmas.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Me either.
It's just ridiculous, like stupid, ridiculous comedy. And 'Twas the Night Before with Seth Rogen and them. And it's just such a great one about the Nutcracker Ball and friendship. And I'm so here for it. So I actually I do my classics like Elf and Home Alone. And my favorite one of classics is the Santa Claus, the original, the first one, 1994.
Yeah,
love that film.
The Santa Claus, is that the one with
Kim Allen.
Megan loves that one too.
They have a new one.
Yes, it's a series.
It's a series.
Yes, it's a show.
That's weird.
I'm already on episode 3.
Okay.
I'm everything Christmas. Like I was a Grinch for many years, and then I was like, whose choice of this Grinchiness is it? And I was like, oh, it's mine. This can be a magical season. And then I just changed my outlook on things and really dove in hard.
I save it for I'm so into it. I just save it for like this Saturday. We put up our Christmas stuff. And then I kind of have a rule of thumb. I do not watch any Christmas things until the Christmas stuff is up. And then once the Christmas stuff it's just like Christmas pukes on my life.
My Christmas stuff it is since November, the beginning. Basically once the clocks change, because I'm like, it's dark at 4:30. Everyone needs more light in their lives.
Isn't that what the light's for?
Correct.
I also really like Four Christmases. That one kills me.
Oh yeah, with
I
Vince
forgot
Vaughn.
about that one.
I forgot about
Vince
that
Vaughn.
one
Yeah,
too.
Hors d'oeuvre. Anybody? It just kills me. It kills me.
I don't even know what line that is, but I like it when you say it.
She's walking around and she's offering hors d'oeuvres, and she looks at Reese Witherspoon and she goes, "Hors d'oeuvre, anybody?"
Sounds like the language that I'm capable of this morning.
Right.
Or do you say
hors d'oeuvre?
Home Alone
Gets
is
me.
Mine. I love Home Alone, and it just never gets old, and it's still funny to me. And
number one,
watch it every single year. The one, yeah. 2 is good, but Home Alone 1, I got to watch it. A friend of ours took us to go see it at the Opera Hall, and so I think they're doing it again this year. So they play.
Oh, I've wanted to do this.
Symphony plays during the movie. So when there's like the big action scenes and stuff,
right?
The symphony plays the actual music from the movie while the movie's playing on the big screen. It was incredible.
It's like, what year? Now I'm the Google researcher over here, but Home Alone. So 1990. Yeah, 1990. So can you imagine this?
32 a great year.
Yeah,
that
right?
You were born? No.
Who?
Is that you when you were born, Richelle?
87. Come on.
Yeah, we're both 87 babies.
I was like, that doesn't seem right. Did you? Oh, you were just giving like a shout out to that year just because?
Because it was a really good year. I just thought.
I was killing the game at 3.
Yeah, I was killing the game at 3. I mean, it's a good. There were some good movies that came out.
It's true.
I was killing the game at 3. You know I was.
It's a great year.
You just went off-roading with the Motovation Podcast, hosted by Laurie Joy Kingwell and myself, Krissy Vann.
And of course, a special thank you to Richelle from True Get Moto.
Whoop, boss it.
Never miss an episode by hitting like or subscribe. Connect with us on Instagram at Motovation Podcast and visit our website at themotovation.com. And in the meantime, full tanks, full throttle.
I think this is good though. It's like healthy, you know, like people will be like, oh my God, I don't floss.
Plus, it's going to be so hard not to laugh to get through this intro.